Hi guys, Alan here, Plant Powered Fitness Munich. Today what I'd like to talk about is lessons being learnt from the current pandemic situation that we're going through at the moment. It's April just coming into May 2021 and we're in a situation now where we've been in this pandemic on-off lockdown situation for quite well over a year now, and it got me to thinking about what we can take out of the situation. There are so many negatives, but what can we take out of the situation and use as positives? What can we learn from what we're going through at the moment? And I think one of my biggest takeaways from the whole thing that we're going through at the moment is the need to be flexible and adaptable in the way that we lead our lives from now on. Whether it's by design or by chance, we are going through a technological revolution at the moment. We're moving from an analog model of how business is run to a digital model, and that's going to change the way that we go about our business on a daily basis for sure. I don't think everybody's cottoned on to the full implications of what's actually happening at the moment. The knock-on effect of what's happening will go on for years, if not decades, and to my mind, in my opinion, is as revolutionary as the Industrial Revolution was at the back end of the 19th century. People in business, entrepreneurs and so forth, now realise that adaptability is absolutely key, and one of the things that I've been doing with my travel business, say for instance in the last couple of years, was moving on to almost an exclusively digital model of how the business actually runs. And ultimately what that does is it affects cost. If you leverage technology whereby you have platforms that take bookings, software platforms that take care of all the day-to-day office aspects of what goes on, this has big implications because it tends to be much cheaper than actually employing somebody to take care of all these tasks for you. So with my tour business, say for instance, which is heavily leveraged by technology, it's put me into a position whereby, with regards to my business anyway, I can hibernate it and bring it out into action again once all this is over, hopefully. I also believe, guys, that what this change has brought home very clearly to us is that the education system as it exists at the moment is completely out of date. The education system as it stands at the moment was very much geared up towards the Industrial Revolution. It was geared up towards producing people to work in industry, and what we're finding now is that that educational model needs to be revamped in the coming years to cater for a generation of people who will be working in completely different ways. Also, what it means is that people, because of the technology aspect and the leverage of technology, is that people will probably have a lot more time on their hands to be able to deal with things like their health, their spirituality, and to pursue hobbies and interests that otherwise they wouldn't have had as much time during the old industrial age to invest in. So what's going to have to happen is that the education system is going to have to reflect that change, and maybe the courses and curriculums that we're familiar with will be put to one side, and there'll be more of a focus on education in health and education in spirituality and so forth. I think that would be a really positive move. Guys, anybody who fights against this change that's going on at the moment is going to get left behind. And that's why it is so important that people are very flexible, very open to change, and are willing to do that and not fight against it. We've got to be like water flowing through a river, we've got to be able to go around the rocks and adapt and be able to flow to keep going in a positive direction. If we try to fight what's going on, in some aspects anyway, we're going to find ourselves left behind. So my biggest takeaway from all of this at the moment is adaptability and flexibility, something that we can all work on. So how do we develop that flexibility, guys, in ourselves? I think one of the best things that we can do is keep up our health and fitness regimes, keep up our spirituality practices. And I think what that does is that health and fitness and general well-being puts you into a place whereby you are much more open-minded and much more able to readily adapt to the environment around you. That also includes, you know, cutting out negative habits that we have in our lives, whether it's excessive drinking or participating in recreational drugs or whatever. You know, those things are going to inhibit the ability to be open, and you know, we need to work on actually eliminating those things as well as embellishing our fitness to make us be able to adapt to the future that we're going to have. And at the moment, that isn't clear by any stretch of the imagination. There's a lot of lack of clarity about what's going on, and I think that's what's really affecting people psychologically at the moment, the not knowing how this is all going to pan out. So anything that you can do to empower yourself and to give you that edge going into the future is going to give you a much greater chance of success and survival. So thanks for watching the video, guys. As I always mention, if what you've seen resonates with you, if you'd like to get regular notifications of the videos that I produce, please just gently tap the subscribe button and a little knock on the notification button, and you won't miss any of the videos. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care and see you on the next one.